So I just finished carving all of my big empty spaces using that biggest blade that I have. It's the one that kind of looks like a rectangle. Let me see if I can get it to where you can see it. Yeah. So it's a little, that's got a square edge. And now I'm ready to switch to my medium blade, which is more of a triangle. And remember, after I switch a blade out, I want to make sure and put those extra blades into the handle so that they stay safe and so that we stay safe. And then I'm going to do the same process with the medium blade. Whenever you have a part that has like a sharp point, so like right here, I've got that sharp corner, that would be hard to get with a squared blade. But now that I've switched to the triangle, I'm going to start right in that corner and then just follow along the edge. And I'm using those same safety rules. I've got my hand holding my linoleum. My blade is in front of my hand. I'm not carving like that. And I also have my blade carving away from my body. So you're gonna continue those spots. And then I want you to notice when I get to this corner right here, I'm not gonna try and get my blade to fit that little spot exactly at the end. You're gonna get more precision if you do those tight corners at the beginning of a carve. So I'm gonna kind of go back that way, and then that way I can get those sharp edges a little better. So I'm gonna continue. I like to do the outlines first of these medium spaces and then carve the inside next. So again, right here, I've got that sharp edge. I'm not gonna try and end on a sharp edge. I'm gonna turn it around so that my hand can be comfortably behind my blade. And I'm gonna start on that sharp corner and then go into the middle, right? Sometimes you'll look and see, like right here, that little corner isn't as sharp as this corner is. So I can just go back and kind of sharpen that corner up a little bit, like that. Once you have the outline done of a medium space, you can stay with that medium blade so that you're not having to switch blades back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can carve out those inside spaces with the medium blade. And I want you to notice right here, I kind of carved a little bit outside of where I wanted to go. It's okay to have it a little bit off, but if you want to go back and try to smooth it out, you can just go back over that line to get a smooth edge. So I would continue carving all of my medium spaces. I like to do all those outlines first around the outside, and then I could finish carving the background spaces, right? So I've got some space up here. I didn't want to do this space with the square blade because I was afraid that I wouldn't have enough precision and I could accidentally cut into my design. So I saved those parts for the medium blade. So I would probably do all of the background space first, and then these two right here are about medium sized. I could do those with the medium blade, and then I would save all these little spots for the smaller blade, which I will show you next. Now I'm ready to start carving some of these smaller spaces with my small blade. And the same way that I did with the medium blade, I'm gonna start at a sharp corner, but when it's a small space, you might not have room to stop and then start again. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start light, pushing down light, push down a little harder on the edge, and then to get that sharp corner at the other end, just kind of lift up lighter towards the end. And that'll help you to get a crisp corner in a tight space. So I'm gonna start and then lift, press down a little hard, and then lift up when you get to the edge. When we had these longer spaces, it was easier to start on one side, carve, and then turn it around and start on this side and carve to get a sharp corner. But with a tight little spot like that, you're not gonna have room to start from both sides. So you're gonna have to kind of change the pressure that you press down with the blade. Once I've got the outline done, then for the really small spaces, I could just use that smaller blade to carve out that inside spot. If you have a smaller space, maybe the edges are tight, but there's more space in the middle, you can choose if you want to do the outline with a small blade and then switch back to the medium blade. It really is up to you and how you want to split up the work.